Life and property insurance. Don't take chances with your family's future.
And now, The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Sabrina Turner.
Good morning, Cayman, and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner. The Business Buzz is brought to you every Tuesday and Thursday from 7:30 until 9 a.m. We want to thank our proud sponsors, Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211, and also Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. Without further ado, I'll let you know we got two guests in store and lined up today. We'll be putting the spotlight on our first guest. Yes, we'll be speaking to them via phone. And it's called Little Island Yoga, to the best of my knowledge. And for a fact, we have never, ever spotlight a business in Little Cayman. Joining us by phone this morning, I'm pleased to be speaking with Ms. Claire McGee, who is teacher and massage therapist in Little Cayman. And after the 8 o'clock news, sports and weather, we will be putting the spotlight then and hearing more about Caymas 2019. Good morning, Ms. Claire.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you joining us in first ever interview and showcasing a business over in Little Cayman.
Thank you very much. I'm absolutely delighted for this opportunity.
Of course. Well, it's our pleasure. Well, Little Island Yoga is a small mobile business that is established in 2016 by Little Cayman resident Ms. Claire McGee. She offers residents and visitors of Little Cayman the opportunity to enjoy private yoga. You got breathing work, meditation, holistic body massages without them having to even leave their home base. And who wants to leave home when you're on an island? You know, customized retreats, package, combining complementary mobilities are also available and tailored to each client's preference and needs. So tell us, Ms. Claire, give us some background perspectives on how you got involved in becoming certified as a yoga teacher, massage therapist, and why Little Cayman?
Well, I actually came to Little Cayman in 2011 and was working as a dive instructor. And I was going through a really difficult time in my personal life. And I went to do a yoga teacher training that really embraced meditation and slowing things down and examining your life. Excuse me. And I did the course, and when I returned to Little Cayman, I was actually overwhelmed at the amount of interest that there was in people doing yoga and everyone asking, is this something that I'm going to teach? Is it something that I'm going to be bringing to the island? And from there, it just kind of grew. So I left for a while. I went back to the UK and I studied massage in London. And then I came back and Little Island Yoga was pretty much born from there.
That's a great story. Now, for those who may not know and understanding and just watching movies and seeing these weird and awkward poses, what is yoga and who can practice it?
Wow, okay, I'm really glad for the opportunity to try to explain this because there's so much confusion, especially in modern day Western society. Yoga is often perceived as this method of physical fitness. Yes. Yet yoga asana, which is the postures, that's only one aspect of yoga. So yoga in itself, it's actually a philosophy. It's not a philosophy that can be intellectualized. It's very much an empirical philosophy that has to be practiced. Mm-hmm. So the word itself means to unite. So symbolically, it's uniting the self at the level of the personality with the higher self. Or more accurately, it's to realize that union is and already has been. So ultimately, in its truest sense, the path towards self-realization. But for those of us that are perhaps not quite ready to embrace such an epic journey, it could be considered as the way to grow towards becoming the best version of yourself.
Right.
Your best self, like for the greatest good, for the welfare of humanity and the future of the planet. So the practice actually becomes a lifestyle that teaches us to live gracefully and in accordance with the laws of the universe, and to see love and compassion in all things.
Excellent. Now let's talk about why persons should choose a mobile business and the benefits of a mobile massage.
Well, the benefits of a mobile business, of course, is that you don't have to even leave your place. You just open the door and everything comes to you. But this is particularly beneficial in massage, or if you're doing a more quiet yoga practice where there's a lot of reflection or meditation. So you're in a state perhaps of relaxation or quietness, and then you don't have to then walk or cycle or drive home, and you can, maintain maintain that state for longer.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah. And of course with massage then too, it avoids any awkward waiting room situations and hanging around beforehand, so it just makes things a bit easier for the client.
Now, Ms. McGee, can you share with us a little information on your signature wellness package?
Absolutely, yeah. So I created the wellness package as a means to provide anyone that's visiting Little Cayman with the opportunity to retreat for the day. So it's a package that combines both modalities, yoga and massage. So it includes a consultation, 60 minutes of private or semi-private yoga, 30 minutes of guided meditation or relaxation, and a 90-minute holistic full body massage. So it's quite indulgent, but it's ideal for couples or solos, or I get a lot of dive widows as well. So it's a more affordable way to retreat for the day.
If you're tuning in, you're welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz, the first segment of the Business Buzz here on Radio Cayman. We put the focus on the business Little Island Yoga. Yes, that's in Little Cayman as we speak via telephone to yoga teacher, massage therapist, Ms. Claire McGee. Now, Ms. Claire, can you state how persons have embraced this new venture of yours?
It's actually been received very well. It's still early days for this operation, but I get very positive feedback. There's so many people that are glad to see there's more things to do on Little Cayman than dive, and I think that's the big misconception, is that all there is on Little Cayman is diving, and I think that non-divers are maybe deterred from visiting because of that. But this is such a beautiful natural environment, and it's been received very well.
So for those who may want or wish to create a customized, let's say, event or retreat on Little Cayman and wish to have Little Island Yoga, what is involved in the process?
So anyone can create their own on-demand event, and I can make a customized package. So really, they would need to get in touch, of course, with dates, an idea of what they'd like from the experience, how many people would be in attendance, and an estimated budget. And from there, we can work together on tailoring a package and see what comes up from there.
Okay. We're going to take our first break. We're speaking with Ms. Claire McGee, who is yoga teacher, massage therapist over in Little Cayman, and she's doing Little Island Yoga. So the next time you're in Little Cayman, you may want to reach out to Ms. Claire McGee. We're hearing more about her business, how it came about, what she has in store for the future. And when we come back after these few messages, we'll take a time out for us to know how important it is for us to check out and check in with our inner self through yoga. Keep it locked to the Business Buzz for more when we come back.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the historical vignette series, sponsored by Cayman National Bank, Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
Captain Thomas Diaz, 1900 to 1972. Captain Tom Diaz was a master mariner and an outstanding leader. He taught many young Caymanians the art of navigation, encouraging and nurturing them in becoming captains in their own right. He was a role model to many young men of his era. On one occasion, Lord Louis Mountbatten was in Jamaica with the royal yacht, and the navigator had to be hospitalized. A message was sent to Cayman asking for assistance, and Miss Gwen Bush asked Captain Tom to go. He navigated on the trip from Jamaica to Cayman during a nor'wester, and Lord Mountbatten was so impressed that he asked him to navigate for the trip back to Britain. Nearing the British Isles, the royal yacht was in danger of sinking, and Captain Tom was instrumental in getting the passengers safely to shore. In gratitude, Lord Mountbatten invited Captain Tom to dinner at Buckingham Palace with the royal family. Years later, when Prince Philip visited Cayman, Captain Tom was one of the honoured guests at Government House.
Radio Cayman's historical facts vignettes are proudly brought to you by Cayman National, with branches on all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs.
Circle of Love Women's Ministry and DCFS would like to thank our gold sponsors for their support of the annual Child Month Breakfast on May 11, 2019. Smoothie King, Wallscape, Burger King, Rotary Sunrise, The Medical Specialist, Koshulas, Crichton Properties, Bodden & Bodden Attorneys at Law, and R.C. Bodden. Thank you, gold sponsors, for empowering, impacting, and encouraging the future of the Cayman Islands. For more information on the Child Month Breakfast or to be a sponsor, contact Shanda Hunter at 922-3229.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Cayman's Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, and as we keep the spotlight on Little Island Yoga, I'm speaking via telephone to Ms. Claire McGee, who's yoga teacher, massage therapist, telling us more. Ms. McGee, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Now, tell us, what is the importance of all of us taking time out to check in?
Well, in modern day-to-day life, we're constantly bombarded with stimulus. So our senses tend to be really overloaded, and we actually lose touch with how we feel. So by making time to take time out for stillness creates conditions in which we're able to start opening up to perceive the more intuitive resonance that we feel in our own hearts. And it's by doing this inner work and learning to trust in what we feel that we're better able to live more authentically and grow towards being the best versions of ourselves.
Now, who does Little Island Yoga cater to mostly? Is it groups, corporate events, bridal parties, or just the lone traveller?
Well, at the moment, it's still very early days for this little business. So currently, it's mostly couples and dive widows. So although I've done some staff retreats with the largest group being 14, that's not so usual.
Right.
I still do, more often than not, I'm working teaching mobile massage and yoga, but I'm starting to move now towards retreats, and this is what I want to start bringing a lot more of.
Excellent. Now, I understand that there are some true nature retreats coming up next month, and including July. Can you give us some more details on what they will consist and what is the main aim?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's two weekend retreats. So the first one is on the summer solstice weekend, the 21st of June to the 23rd. And the second is the 19th of July till July 21st. So the intention behind these retreats is they're introspective retreats that welcome those that are seeking a break from the fast-paced external demands of day-to-day life. And the focus will be on learning techniques to balance and attune energy and reconnect to self through conscious connection with nature.
Mm-hmm. How affordable are the retreats?
They are pretty affordable, actually. So I have 2 nights. There's 2 nights, and the package would include all meals of a plant-based whole foods, drinking water and tea, 4 practices of yoga, meditation and or relaxation, of course the accommodation, use of bikes and kayaks and airport transfers, and all of that is $480 for 2 nights.
Mm-hmm. What are accommodations like in Little Cayman for those who are interested in a weekend getaway and some yoga?
So these particular retreats will be hosted in a place called Casa Opia. It's a 5-bedroomed house with a private beach, beautiful beach actually, very far from everything else. It's the ideal place to retreat to. But there are various different accommodations here, the most affordable ranging from around about $200 a night, and then they go up from there for as much as anyone wants to spend.
Now, it is said that massage therapists and yoga teachers feel that by blending the 2 practices into one career is good for business. Your thoughts on that and the benefits for everyone in combining the 2 practices?
Yeah, absolutely. I studied massage with the sole intention of blending the 2. I did it to augment my skill set so that I could create Little Island Yoga. Massage is a lot more mainstream and less intimidating to many people, so massage can, be that more consistent business that comes through in the quieter yoga times. Yes, it's definitely where I make most of my earnings, but it's also been an excellent tool in bridging the gap and starting to introduce people into yoga. Like, for example, I often incorporate some yogic breathing at the start of a massage treatment to help the clients relax more. And both yoga and massage, they complement each other very well.
Now, after someone who has gone through one of your yoga classes and, let's say, do the combination, what is their response like? Especially someone not having done it before.
Right. Well, there's many people. So the response that I've been receiving has been excellent. Actually, I have some very nice reviews, and of course, for me, the best feedback that I can get is if someone books another session. And what will happen more often than not, if the majority of my clients are tourists that come through. And if someone books something early in their trip, more often than not, they'll book more. And that is the best feedback for me.
You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz, and I'm speaking with yoga teacher, massage therapist, Claire McGee, joining us from Little Cayman, and we're talking about Little Island Yoga. Yes, so it is available over there in Little Cayman if you're ever in the area. It's a long weekend coming up. There are much more long weekends coming up for the year, and if you're fortunate like Susan, you can create your own long weekends every now and again. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll hear more from Miss McGee about sustaining the business, developing and maintaining a solid self-care regimen, the importance of taking care of yourself in order to take care of her clients. Keep it locked to the Business Buzz for more when we come back.
Oh, Oh, gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies, free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Hi, I'm Dawn McLean Brady, President of the Cayman Islands Small Business Association, better known as CISPA. Small businesses drive Cayman's economy. As small business owners, we depend on government to create an environment where we, as entrepreneurs, can do what we do best, and that's to provide products and services that are valuable to our customers and, in turn, employ others. The cruise piers and cargo ports provide these opportunities. Encourage our government to build a port and let the Caymanian entrepreneurial spirit shine. Support the port, support our tourism.
Praise time.
Hold my hand today, lest I fall. Praise him. Isn't it great when he's 4 days late, he's still on time. Praise him, praise him.
Weekdays 6 to 6:30 a.m.
I'm free from the fear of tomorrow. I'm free from the guilt of my past. Oh, and I found the answer down on my knees. Oh, yeah.
Praise time.
Set your clock for 6 a.m. or you will miss it. Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. It is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center, keeping the spotlight on Little Island Yoga, speaking with yoga teacher, massage therapist, Ms. Claire McGee from Little Cayman. Now, Ms. McGee, how is it in operating a business where the island is not as populated? Must be quite challenging, isn't it?
Definitely. The vast majority of the clients that I have are tourists. I have some locals, but it's mostly visitors to the island.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, with Little Cayman, the way that it is, the vast majority of the people that come here are multi-repeat visitors.
Okay.
So despite that, I've actually still managed to build a decent client base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as a yoga teacher, massage therapist, I'm sure it's easy to get lost into your clients' well-being and, pretty much forgetting to take care of your own self. How do you maintain that balance and not get burnt out yourself?
Right. Well, this is where it's important to, and I think for any yoga teacher, is to have their own practice. You must, practice what you preach. But this is a really interesting one because I actually find both of the services that I offer to be very therapeutic for myself also.
Mm-hmm.
So when I massage, it's a form of meditation. I have some days where, I have several back-to-back clients and someone will say, I want to go first before you get tired out. But what actually happens is 3 or 4 massages in that my mind becomes a lot quieter and I'm much more present to what I'm doing, and I absolutely love it.
Right.
And also I've learned to be incredibly mindful of my posture as a massage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a yoga asana practice for myself too, where I'm able to strengthen my legs and open my hips and stretch my spine. I love it.
Excellent. So how can persons contact you to get further details?
I can be contacted in a variety of ways. I have a website, littleislandyoga.com, and there's a contact form on there. Also, there's my information to my email address, littleislandyoga@gmail.com. My phone number is 922-7326.
Now, I know for a fact, I heard, and my ears are good, a little bird in the background a second ago. And it must not be hard for you to just submerge yourself in the calm and the quietness of Little Cayman.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. As soon as you're here, it's so quiet and there's not much around, and it's abundant in wildlife and nature. And for me personally, I find the most incredible thing about Little Cayman, the most beautiful thing, is the skies, especially at night. You know, the skies are so vast and ever changing. They're a wonderful reminder of how nothing stays the same,
right,
and how we're part of something so big and beautiful.
There must be some amazing sunsets as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, stunning.
So can you recap the various services you offer at Little Island Yoga and the main points that you'd like to leave with our listeners this morning?
Yes, for sure.
Can't you imagine? It's over already.
I know, that went so fast. That went really fast. But the services I offer private and semi-private yoga, as well as a mobile massage service, and a combination of the two services, the most popular being, of course, the wellness package. I can also do customised packages for retreats and events. I have the upcoming True Nature retreats, which I'm very excited about. And I think if there's any point that I'd like to make to anyone out there, it's really that yoga is for anyone. It's not just for the young or for the flexible. It's for everyone. I think this needing to be flexible to do yoga idea is the most common reason why people are afraid to embrace the yogic path.
Well, now we've been speaking via telephone to Ms. Claire McGee, a yoga teacher and massage therapist of Little Island Yoga. Ms. Claire, it has been a pleasure speaking with you, and thanks a lot for sharing with us your new venture and business available over there in Little Cayman. We want to wish you great success as well.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. It
has been a pleasure. Radio Cayman's Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211. And also by Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. This is Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I am your host, Sabrina Turner, and we've had the spotlight on our first guest this morning, featuring Little Island Yoga over there in Little Cayman. After the 8 o'clock news and weather, we'll be putting the spotlight on Caymas Carnival 2019. Over to you, Susan.
Thank you, Sabrina. And studio time now by Price Right is 7:59.
Price Right is Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore, making your dollar go further with huge savings and no membership fees. Get more of the things you use every day at the right price. But it's not just grocery and health and beauty. Price Right has a full range of products from office to automotive, patio furnishings to kitchen appliances, and even electronics. And since warehouse prices mean savings for you, everything is priced right at Price Right, Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Can I send a request, please?
You don't really have to ask us. Just send a request.
This is a shout out to my ex.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
Access to information. Your community. News and information. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
With your latest news, I'm Karsley Fuller. 2 people are under arrest, an 18-year-old Georgetown woman and a 35-year-old Georgetown man, after an incident involving a motorcycle. Radio Cayman's April Cummings reports.
Police say they were responding to a report that a woman was seen on a motorcycle without a helmet or license on Martin Drive in Georgetown just before 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Officers asked the woman to pull over, but say she just kept on riding until stopping near a house in the area. When they tried to speak to her, police say a man at the location became, quote, verbally aggressive towards them and tried to stop them from inspecting the bike, which, as it turns out, had no license plate or coupon. The 18-year-old woman refused to give her name and address to the officers, so she was arrested and also warned for intended prosecution for keeping a vehicle on the road required to be licensed, using a vehicle without a certificate of roadworthiness, and driving a motor vehicle without insurance. The man, he was arrested for obstructing police in the lawful execution of their duty and failing to provide his name and address. He was also warned for intended prosecution for permitting the use of a motor vehicle required to be licensed and permitting a person to drive without insurance. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
Police say they have been bailed as investigations continue. And the National Gallery's Cayman Islands Biennial Exhibition heads to Cayman Brac. Radio Cayman's Shanda Gallego has more.
The National Gallery of the Cayman Islands recently installed a multi-site project in Cayman Brac as part of its Tri-Island Cross Currents First Cayman Islands Biennial Exhibition and following the successful launch of a satellite exhibition at the Little Cayman Museum. Consisting of a public art installation by local artist Caitlin Elphinstone entitled Coral Tiles. The project is conceived as a site-responsive installation, which according to a National Gallery press release, features a series of digital collages created from photographs of coral patterns over which Caymanian architectural fretwork designs have been superimposed. The resulting surfaces fuse elements of the natural and the man-made and comment on the intricate relationship we have with our surrounding landscape. The multi-site project can be viewed at Charles Kirkconnell International Airport, Panama Canal Boat Launch, the Marketplace, and Brac Scuba Shack. In addition, the work can be viewed in Little Cayman at the Little Cayman Museum and in Grand Cayman at the Owen Roberts International Airport and the National Gallery of the Cayman Islands. The biennial also features an extensive education program of workshops, school tours, panel discussions, screenings, and lectures, with the aim of sparking dialogue between artists, educators, and the viewing public. The wider exhibition runs until June 6th. Coral Tiles will remain on view in Cayman Brac until July 31st. Shanda Gallego, Radio Cayman News.
Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, who will take us out of the newscast. I'm Kersley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News. The U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is due to begin talks shortly with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in the Russian city of Sochi. What the U.S. describes as the escalating threat from Iran is expected to top the talks' agenda. Mr. Pompeo is also expected to meet President Putin. They're the first such meeting since the Mueller report into Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Saudi Arabia says there's been an attack on 2 oil pumping stations by drones loaded with explosives. The Energy Ministry says the east-west pipeline was targeted. Earlier, Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen claimed to have launched drone attacks on Saudi installations. The German Chancellor says her government will consider how to make the country carbon neutral by 2050 amid fears over climate change. Angela Merkel said a climate cabinet was being set up and could allow Germany to join last week's initiative by 9 EU states to bind the bloc to the 2050 target. WhatsApp is urging over 1 billion users around the world to upgrade to the latest version of its messaging service after the discovery of spyware that can monitor people's calls. WhatsApp says the malicious software was developed by an Israeli company and was mainly being used to spy on human rights lawyers. The head of Britain's National Crime Agency has warned of what she calls a staggering threat posed by organised gangs across the UK. Lynn Owens said nearly 200,000 people were thought to be linked to serious and organised crime. BBC News.
Access. Information. What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
At Flow, we know that 4 are better than 1. Introducing Flow Quad Play. Packed with the fastest, most reliable broadband, the power and control of Flow Evo TV, Cayman's best mobile experience, and tons of home phone minutes, all in one convenient package from only $199 a month. With 4 plans to choose from, you're sure to find one that fits your needs. It's value, ease, and convenience all on one bill with Cayman's #1 network. Find out why 4 are better than 1 with Flow Quad Play at discoverflow.ky. Terms and conditions apply.
Radio Cayman 3 to 6 mix on the weekdays.
Tune in, turn it up, listen.
Sponsored by the Cayman Islands Football Association, SIFA, building a better future for Cayman football. Savannah Pharmacy. Remember, they are always just around the corner with everything your family needs. And convenient opening hours, including Sundays and holidays. Savannah Pharmacy. For more information, call 946-3336.
Every day. All the time.
Ultimate party show in the afternoon. Radio Cayman Super Jam.
Pleasant good morning. Time now for the latest weather report. Current temperature is 83. Relative humidity is 89%. Barometric pressure is 29.97 inches and rising. The wind is east at 4 knots. Overnight low temperature was 79 degrees. Synopsis indicate light to moderate southeasterly winds and seas will continue across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours due to a weak pressure gradient over the northwest Caribbean. Radar images show scattered showers over the Cayman area, concentrated mainly around the sister islands of Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, which are moving towards the northwest. Now the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of morning showers. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s with a heat index of 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Forecast for tonight pretty much the same, partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. Temperatures falling to the mid to upper 70s. Your winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Low tide will be this afternoon at 12:54. High tide again tonight at 11 minutes past 7. The sun will set this evening at 6:51 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:51. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Thursday morning. Good morning once again. Let's take a look at what's happening on our roads. Busy traffic coming from the east on Shamrock Road, also on the Linford Pearson Highway. Extra patience needed this morning. A slight delay is expected. Coming off of Bobby Thompson Way, steady but flowing traffic. Traffic also steady but flowing on Halter Avenue. Moderate flow of traffic on Thomas Russell Way. And traffic busy in some sections of Crew Road, other sections steady. Looking at what's happening on the West Bay Road in front of the Ritz, traffic is moderate in both directions. No issues coming from the West Bay four-way stop. Traffic little steady but flowing, but no major issues. And on Godfrey Nixon Way and on Eastern Avenue, traffic is moderate. And in and out of Georgetown and Shedden Road, traffic flowing pretty good, as well as Edward Street. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12. We'll update you traffic-wise. Remember 10-2 on the steering wheel, and have a good morning.
From happy beginnings to happy ever after.
Brit K protects your lifestyle with the best insurance cover at the best possible price.
Health insurance with far-reaching benefits.
95% of claims settled in 5 days.
Low-cost life insurance.
And investments.
Security in retirement.
With a custodian pension plan.
For happy beginnings and a happy ever after.
Visit BritK.ky or call 949-8699.
Brit K, come first.
Real estate agents and developers, as well as dealers in precious metals and stones, have until Wednesday, May 29th to register with the Department of Commerce and Investment. The DCI is the agency with responsibility for ensuring real estate agents and developers, as well as dealers in precious metals and stones, are compliant with international obligations relating to anti-money laundering and combating the financing of terrorism. DCI urges businesses to register as soon as possible to avoid missing the deadline on May 29th. Registration forms are available from www.dci.gov.ky or the DCI counter at the Government Administration Building. For further details, please contact enforcement@dci.gov.ky.
I'm not leaving, that's impossible to do. Cause if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me. Come on. I don't know what to do, so I'm pleading. Plus you ain't give me no reason. You tell me this is the end of the season. Mash up everything, dress so. But you don't understand when you watch me. I said just be that I win the lottery. How you go pick up just so and then dump me? No, baby, no. But your back on me clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside. You tell me get out your place to come inside. Baby, don't do me that. You go break my heart. Can't believe you're ready to give up on me just so. Cause if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me. No matter what I say, you are hearing. You say the love disappearing. On my drawer and cupboard you're clearing. Mash up within dress so. When I met you, Marshall tell me, hey, that is a trophy. So if you throw away the thing, it go hurt me. No, baby, no. But you pack on my clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside. You tell me get out your place to come inside. Baby, don't do me that. You go break my heart. Can't believe you're ready to give up on me just so. Cause if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me. You done hooked me already. Could it be your cute pretty face? Could it be the oil in your waist? Make me feel like I had to chase you. Hooked me already. Girl, you're smart, you know how to spend. Where you take care of the children. This should never end. But if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz right here on Radio Cayman, and I'm your host, Sabrina Turner. Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. In this segment, we're pleased to focus on Caymas Carnival 2019. Experience the carnival, discover the island. Joining me in studio is Mr. Wayne Kekernel, Director, and Mr. Jermaine Sharp, also a Director and a board member on Swanky. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to our show.
Morning. Morning.
It's that season, and I'm sorry if the cameras were on, you would have seen me with my garbage bag flying in here. It's one of my favorite songs for Carnival 2019. Gentlemen, it's not about me. Let's hear what's in store for this weekend.
All kind of good stuff. Really a fully packed week right through Monday night.
Mhm.
And it's going to be a long weekend, so rest up these next few days. Things kick off very hard on Thursday. Right through Monday night, literally 24 hours every day. We have stuff starting around midday on Friday. We have stuff starting at 9 a.m. on Monday morning. We have stuff starting on 9 a.m. Saturday morning. So it's just a full action-packed weekend with there are about 10 events. It's gonna be nice.
And you're kicking off 2019 Carnival being an NPO. Congratulations with that.
Yes.
What does that mean now, though?
That was a mission for us. We kind of held back getting it because we knew government was in the process of Section 80, their new rendition of the nonprofit organization law. So we waited until that was gazetted and then we submitted and we got through very quickly, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It means our focus is now razor sharp with what the future of KMAS is. It is the organization above all of the fantastic entities and feathers and the entertainment companies that make this all happen. With a focus in the future of being a donation company to whichever cause we can find.
Mm-hmm.
You may have heard CNCF is our new, parent through the government arm that we've been put under, which is fantastic because it focuses everything on culture, which is one of our main things.
Excellent. So let's talk about future and long-term vision for Carnival here in Cayman. And you know I'm going here. Your thoughts on combining the two carnivals and what is long-term goal for, just one carnival? That's in 2020, of course.
Day one mission was unification. We really, the intention was never to create segregation.
Mm-hmm.
It was always a bigger vision to how we could expand what Carnival was for our country. And I want to be sure you understand, I mean the Cayman Islands with the big S, there are three of us, not just Grand Cayman. So it was always our intention to move forward with island promotions. We are happy that a decisive move has been made. We are not in agreement with Mother's Day. We don't want to interfere with that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a few things to say about that we're going to hold.
Okay, no problem. I respect that because I'm quite sure this is still evolving.
Yes, we have a carnival to pull off this week. That's our focus.
All right.
We do have some discussions to have, but we do have our business to get behind us first. Our main problem right now is Mother's Day.
That's right.
If I could be bold and say that is not a option for us.
Ideal situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an ideal situation. It's not something that we want to interfere with.
Fair enough.
We enjoy that weekend with our parents and our wives, and
that's right.
And that's something we want to keep doing.
Well, you know what? I'm quite sure there's much more to be heard on that. But right now, as you rightfully say, there is a carnival going on this weekend, but I think it was just fair because it is something that people have heard about. They're a little concerned: is the name going to stay the same? Is there going to be a change in name? But you know what? Keep it tuned, keep it locked. You're on social media. I'm quite sure you provide your followers with updates as this whole thing develops.
Yeah. At the end of the day, this is a unification on the road.
Exactly.
Not a unification of two entities. It is simply we're going to share the same day, the same road.
Now let's talk a little bit about the dates of KMAS Carnival running down to the schedule of events. And I know that I will be sharing, if you don't know it by heart, some of the routes and the road closures.
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And one of the main things I think that's very important, we just said a while ago, is the road closures. KMAS as an entity itself did go out and listen to all of the discussions and the business partners along the way, and we made it a point that we went out and we actually put a timed route that we have. The KMAS board went out and hand-delivered route flyers with days, times, what time we expect to be passing, the duration we're going to be there, what time the road closure is going to happen.
Right.
We have this on all of our social media as well. So, and this is so not just the public knows where we're going to be at a certain time, but also business can plan around us.
Mm-hmm.
And that way their business not going to be affected negatively. Actually, we want people to be positively affected by the route that we have in place.
Right.
So doing this, we think we've reached out to them and partnered with them and reached out and heard their concerns.
Right.
Absolutely. It's one of those things where we know that we benefit certain businesses exponentially,
Mhm.
the entertainment, the restaurants, the bars, the hotels. But we also know that if you're a nail salon along 7 Mile Beach, we can be a disruptor. And we certainly do not want that. So we took it on ourselves to go and educate every single business and the public at large with all of these major road closures, the hour that we're going to be in this zone and the next and the next. And we're going to strive to be extremely organized, very tight going down the road. We're not going to be spread out by 25, 30 minutes. We're going to be going down the road. So if you miss us, you miss us. But we're going to be moving down the road from 12:30 p.m., starting at the Boilers Junction in town. We're going to go right through the picturesque downtown all the way up to Public Beach, where we're going to stop and party until midnight.
There we go. Now, how many mass bands will there be participating in K-Mass Carnival 2019?
Last count,
I think we're up to nine
Nine.
total now. A bit of a hidden secret, but inside some of these bands are private band sections and stuff like that. So
Okay.
we don't count those as individual bands because they are parts of those larger entities. But we have 8, 9 official recognized companies doing the costume and presentation.
Now, what kind of prizes are we looking at for the winning mass bands?
For the winning mass bands?
Or just prizes overall?
We don't do prizes, actually.
You don't?
We don't judge people. That's one of the things we decided to leave behind when we formed this entity a few years ago. It was not conducive to the game at hand. It was more of how can we expand on making this a beautiful carnival? How can we expand on making this world-class? And I'll use the word boutique carnival because, let's be honest, Cayman is not going to have 15,000, 20,000 people flying in for anything like this. So we're focused on, say 5,000 people, which
Right.
would be epic by our current standards. But that is kind of our goal, culture and tourism and how we can also affect the local economy positively.
And one of the great things about the people in KMAS, all the bands and the band leaders, is they do it for the love of carnival. Where they're not doing it for a payout at the end of the day.
Right.
And what we have strived to do is make it more costume-centric. We want this to be a proper costume-centric entity, and people come out there to see the costumes. So we tweak it annually, and this year we're tweaking it more and as we go along, and it's an evolving machine.
Absolutely.
And people are going to see definitely that as we go along, we're making it better and better every year. We take suggestions every year. We don't take criticism in a negative light. We look at it as a way to grow and expand.
Yeah, everyone has a voice. That's the important part with the organization. Everyone has that voice of reason, and we can sit and talk, and we may disagree, but we'll get through a negotiation that hopefully will benefit everybody. To think is expensive is wrong as well, because we have entities such as Pirates Week that are offering packages starting at just $75.
Yes, I heard that promo this morning.
They've done it. Yeah, they've actually done a lot of advertising. So we're very excited to have them aboard this year. The Pirates will be on the road. And that's just a great part of bringing, I guess, the culture as well back into KMAS and the Carnival of the Caribbean.
Now, you mentioned about costumes. I got to ask, what kind of costumes can we expect from KMAS 2019?
That's kind of our specialty. I think you're going to see some opulent words like ultra used, super front line type of stuff, some really big, heavy feather works. A lot of girls have taken the challenge on.
Nice.
And the bands have answered with some fantastic works.
There's some bands that have some individuals that people actually have custom-made, one-of-a-kind pieces that you're going to see on the road. And no one else is going to be in that on the road. And these, I'm actually looking forward to some of them because I've seen some of the mock-ups, and it's going to be something. You're going to have a lot of people want to take pictures with those people.
Wow.
Yeah, certainly high regard for bands such as Renegade Mass, Swanky International, Icons came on. They have taken kind of the next level of this. Icons this morning actually is partnered, not this morning, but this morning the Bill Fish tournament launched this morning, which is a part of KMAS now, a part of Icons came on. And the very fun thing is they've brought a lot of fishing celebrities that are also going to be on the road. Famous footballers, famous models,
right.
A few other interesting characters that I think everybody knows. I'm not going to drop names, but it's going to be a really fun week for them leading into what will be a fantastic weekend for us.
Now, are there any upcycling of costumes for next year's carnival, or once they're used, that's it?
We used to have a nice situation whereby this carnival would fall before, say, Cayman Brac or even Honduras in some cases, and we would see an upcycling into those carnivals where those carnivals tend to be a little less opulent in their design and allow some of these larger, huge creations to come in and really decorate the road. So we're very pleased to help anyone when we see that happen. And I can't say that we have very much of it going on at the moment, but it's something we're striving to get back to for sure.
If you're just joining us, good morning and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner. And this segment, we put the spotlight on Cayman's Carnival 2019. Experienced a carnival, discovered the island. Speaking with me and telling us more of the weekend's events coming up is Mr. Wayne Kukernal, who's director, and he's joined by Mr. Jermaine Sharp, board member of Swanky. Now, for those listeners who would like to get involved, let's say by volunteering or, just extra pair of hands, what is the process to do so? Or you're pretty much covered?
Pretty much covered. How we do the volunteering, we have a core group of people that volunteer through the KMAS network, and then we ask the bands to nominate 5 to 10 individuals each that they are super familiar with and want to work with them for their protection. So part of the scheduling and a part of the road parade has to be organized and extremely tightly controlled through marshals and volunteers. We also have volunteer servers on all the trucks, and in general it is a major effort from a lot of people that care about getting our 2,000, 3,000 revelers safely down the road. Our main thing this year is respect the revelers. The spectators have their position on the side of the road. The revelers have the road. And they have paid well to be on the road, and the product is the band's product for those revelers, not for the spectators to come and partake. So we're asking, if you want to come and grab a photo, do so respectfully. Go back to the sidelines. So we have a large contingent of RCIPS. We've actually negotiated with them to increase the presence at our expense, but it is, I think, money well spent. We have paid security contingent in addition. So we're going to be looking at an additional 60 to 70 people between the uniformed forces and volunteer forces to ensure safety at all times.
And cleanup.
We actually, one of the things we kicked off when we started this was a cleaning crew.
I think you had junk at one year. Was it junk? Somebody was going behind the revelers.
It was reliable.
Okay,
we rely on reliable. There you go.
Okay.
Right on. So we rely on reliable to follow us. They have a team and a truck that are literally picking up every single thing they can find as we go down the road. At the end, they spin around and double check and make sure nothing is left over. We actually try and clean up for the spectators even. One of the main things we're trying to avoid this year is any glassware on the road because it's a danger. None of our supply vehicles will have any glassware, and we're asking the spectators to please respect that as well, and come out with cans if you need to avoid the glassware on the road. But we do not want to leave our beautiful 7 Mile Beach anything but
pristine.
It has to. We go down pristine, we leave it pristine, and that's kind of how we work.
Now, can Carnival become a viable tourism product for the Cayman Islands?
We absolutely agree. We were a little taken back when we understood the move under CNCF meant 100% move and not a 50-50 move with tourism. So it is a bigger challenge now to get the word out because we are a bit further away from the core of Cayman's tourism. It is going to be a bigger mission, but I think it's an absolute one. We stepped back a few years. We were hook step with Jamaica. We've fallen down the ranks a bit. Jamaica has picked up, but I believe they invited somewhere around 15,000 guests this year from overseas. So our mission, again, as I stated earlier, is 5,000 guests on an annual basis that entertain Cayman for Carnival. We are steadfast in that mission of culture and tourism, and we have to drive it through all avenues. We have Carnival going on everywhere. How do we get people to come to the exotic boutique, super safe Cayman Islands Carnival, and let it all out?
Now, are there any new attractions that we can anticipate for this year's KMAS Carnival?
There's a string of events.
We have a lineup that would make most people envious. You said earlier, are we going to be on the map? We're, like Wayne said earlier, we're a boutique carnival, definitely. But the lineup we have for the next 4 days, from Thursday to Monday, is literally going to be back to back to back to back events. So we have a block party that's going to take place on the Thursday night at the Liz nightclub. That's going to be there. Kess is going to be there. We have some overseas DJs who are going to be there as well. Kez, Scorch Bonnet.
It's a happy party at Lily's.
Yes.
It is Kez, Scorch Bonnet, which is a local entity, Second Star. I should add, all of these artists are actual superstar artists that
travel.
Happy Parrot happens to be a Caymanian team, Mr. JG, who is a writer and producer, and he has helped every single one of these hit the charts very, very hard. It's great to see somebody so successful in this business, but he's hitting it off on Thursday evening at Lily's Gates open at 8. We have Rocksteady, we have Scorch Bonnet, we have Andrew Rivera, local superstar. Again, Cool Blaze, the dude Feeve, don't forget him. He's a man from just across the way at GAB, doing his thing with tourism. Travis World, Second Star, GBM Neutron, and of course the magnificent Kez. So we're going to be entertaining them on Thursday night. We're going to be doing stuff on Friday. We have a jam-packed Friday, starting with the Hooky Fete that's at Cabana, and we're going to be going from Hooky. We're going to try and fit in 3 events in the evening. So we have Hooky, we have going from that to Duck Work, which is at the Royal Palms. We're going to finish off at 2 in the morning at Flaunt. But we're going to be there from about 10. So we're going to spend a couple hours between 2 p.m. and 2 a.m. between the Cabana and Royal Palms and Public Beach.
So I guess a lot of employees will be ducking it.
I think it's a must.
Yeah, they're going to be ducking from their boss.
I do ask everyone to take their time and submit their vacation form this week and not call in sick, because it is a stress when people do that. But we are going to be having a good Friday.
And I just hope some of those wives home can find the garbage bags for those significant others.
Sorry, I apologize in advance. So in the morning, on Saturday morning, Chicken Run will be getting started with their breakfast fete on Saturday morning. That kicks off at 9 a.m. And that will lead us into our procession lineup. Our procession lineup starts with our trucks. Will start lining up right around 10 a.m. At the Boilers Junction, pushing all the way down to Memorial. So for anyone traversing town, that little section right on the edge of town will be closed. We ask people to avoid that corner and maybe use the Boilers Access Road for downtown for at least those few hours. We will be departing that location at 12:30.
Sharp.
Undoubtedly, it'll become a bit of a party before we get going, so we hope that that'll be fun as well. We'll be moving right through town at 12:30 and ending up, like I said, at Public Beach by 6. We do have the map. I'm not going to go through every single stop, but we will be moving like clockwork down the road with the police's help. And
for more information on the police, if you are fortunate enough to download the RCIPS app, the closures and timing is actually posted there as well.
They've been a fantastic partner, and we can't say enough about them. We're very happy to be working with them.
Thank you. We're going to take a little break. We're speaking and have put the spotlight on K-Mass Carnival 2019, speaking with Mr. Wayne Kekernel, Director, and Jermaine Sharp, board member of Swanky, telling us more of this weekend's events. Business Buzz is sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies and Cayman Insurance Center. Now we'll be right back after these few messages.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies, free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Attention accounting service providers. According to the Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorist Financing Regulations, all firms providing accounting services, including but not limited to bookkeeping, payroll, accounts preparation, or tax advice, are required to register with the Cayman Islands Institute of Professional Accountants by the 30th of May. A free lunch and learn workshop will be offered on Friday, the 17th of May. For more information or to sign up for the workshop, please call 749 3360 or email admin@ciipa.ky. For additional information, you can also visit cipa.ky. That's ciipa.ky.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz as we keep the spotlight on KMAS Carnival 2019. Takes place this weekend, kicking off from Thursday. And, it's one thing to fet, there's one thing to mass, there's one thing to jump. But we also have to be cognizant of tips, how you can protect yourself as a masquerader and even a bystander. What are some helpful carnival tips for masqueraders taking part in the street parade?
Well, definitely one of the main things is avoiding the vehicles. We had a huge discussion about this the other day. People don't realize that these truck drivers in these big semis have a view of 10 feet in front of the truck, not 5 or 6.
Not immediately.
So running right in front of the truck when the marshals are telling you to go around is not them trying to preclude you from having fun. It's for your safety.
Mm-hmm.
Climbing the truck, bad idea. Trying to dive for a beverage under the truck, really bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of keeping yourself hydrated on the road. When we say hydrated, it's an open party. We love people having fun, but be smart. Drink some water. Make sure you eat food that day before you come out as well. It's going to be a long day. We're going to be on the road for 6+ hours, walking several miles. So it's not easy, especially if you're not used to doing it regularly. For spectators, try to keep out of the road. Again, we have semi trucks coming down the road. 300, 400, 700 people behind these trucks, and they're moving all in the same direction. It's a wave of people. They're not going to be able to stop because you want to come out on the road and get the best view. Stand back out the road as much as possible. Again, it's for your safety as well as ours. We can't be responsible for everyone on the road, but just simple common sense tips like these is things. Right. It's a long stretch of road. Not everyone has to be congregated in the exact same area, forming a V. Stretch it out as much as possible and enjoy the parade comfortably. We don't mind you guys being out there with your tents and your chairs and your coolers and sitting on the side of the road and watch us go by, but there's a 7-mile stretch of road we're going to be going along. Yes. So utilize it, take fun, and utilize as much as possible.
Wear comfortable shoes. Fantastic tip. I love to see all of the beautiful heels that come out at the very beginning, and then I'm very sad when I see those poor ladies barefoot at the end. But
missing toenails.
Missing toenails. We don't want to do that kind of thing. We want a pleasurable experience start to finish. So pretend you're going to run a 5K or something. That's the gear you should be happy to come out in so that you can make the 6.5 miles roughly that we're going to be covering. To protect your skin cannot be overstated. Sunblock. A hat if you're in a section that allows it. If you have a big headgear, then obviously not. Certainly waterproof. It's gonna be a long, sweaty, enjoyable day.
Designated
drivers. Let's emphasize and not possibly overemphasize this. Park. One of your vehicles at the public beach where you're gonna be leaving from. Designate that person as your sober driver. We do not want to have any issues with people losing their lives or getting in accidents after our event.
And even if it's not one of your revelers that's going to be on the road with you, it's a friend that's going to be watching the parade.
Come and pick you up or something.
That person can pick you up. If you guys got to chip together $10 a piece and get a rental van, we would prefer that.
But I think some of the mass bands are also providing some sort of shuttle service.
There are shuttle services.
Yeah. So that's a good idea.
Certainly we have a very robust taxi service that can be leaned on for this case. Do not drink and drive. That is the clear message. It is a very fun day. It's a very long day. We have a 12-hour window to fet from midday to midnight. So we understand that sometimes that takes the better of us. And we need to step back a little bit, pace ourselves, drink a little bit more water. But please don't get in the car and start and go. It's much better to collapse on a bench in one of the public beach cabanas than to go for a drive.
What about vendors? Can people get a bite to eat?
There are 6 or 8 food vendors that are located at public beach. I believe they're all filled at this point. So you'll be able to grab all kind of good eats, barbecues and burgers and all kind of great fast food. We have so many good trucks out there now, and I think quite a few of them have already taken up position. We have a few local food vendors that are going to be doing up some good East End cooked food and some heavy stuff after a long day on the road really hits the spot.
Okay. What would you like for persons to take away from this whole event and mass, understanding that you still have those skeptics but we're catering to all.
That line is what I personally want people to understand. We're not catering for a niche market. This is a carnival for every and anyone. We want people to come out, enjoy themselves in a safe, fun environment. And it's mass. It's about the carnival, and it's about the love of carnival, and it's about the music, and it's about your friends on the road with you and fetting and having fun. But we're doing it in a way that is carnival-based. We love people in costumes. We love people to have this synergy that doesn't matter where you're from, what you do as a job on the road. We are one unit, one group of people. I don't care which mass band you're with. This is all about one exciting, prolific day on the road where you could go home and say, people, I did this, and this is what it is all about.
And I think something always happens on the Sunday as well, but that takes out on the high seas, isn't it?
So Sunday, I believe 3 or 4 separate boats, maybe as much as 8 or 10, when you start counting them all, are booked and sold out, and it's going to be a party at Rum Point. It's going to be big, and we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
That's when we lime and chill and
then Mondays
recover.
Soak in the salt water and get the muscle relaxed a bit.
Yeah. So from there, Sunday night, there are functions at various venues, Cabana being one, Lily's being one. If you're not into partying 24 hours a day, a good time to rest as well. Because Monday morning we do a breakfast fete, which is hosted by Seafire on their beach. This year, what everyone knows as Tiki Beach. That's their new beach bar. And it's going to be a fantastic event called Couture. And so we're doing that from 9 a.m. to 2. And then after that, we have a last lap that continues into the late hours of the night again, because we just don't know how to stop, you know.
Like I say, plenty of people going to be ducking it.
Yeah, I fear Tuesday is going to be a fallout as well.
Tuesday, I'm going to have on sunglasses and water.
Tuesday is going to be a rough day. But we're going to be celebrating all weekend. And for those that can hang, there's going to be a function starting every few minutes.
Now, we know that events such as this could not be possible without sponsors. Who's always been there?
There are so many. The government has stepped up nicely to help us with Soca Monarchs. So we want to say a huge thanks to them to help us support that worthy cause. We're also going to be celebrating our Soca Monarch winner on Saturday night. That is going to be starting at 7. We're going to have 6 performers, and we're going to be crowning a new champion, hopefully. We have big partners such as Flow under the Swanky brand. We have Digicel under the Renegade brand. So the telecoms have always been a huge supporter. So
CDG.
Huge thanks to them. All of the liquor sponsors.
All the liquor sponsors are there.
They've been, Jake Scott, CDG, I believe Tortuga is a huge one.
Yes.
All of them, huge thanks to them on the band level support. The bands are the ones that we're here to support, right?
Right.
And as we said earlier, KMAS is an NPO. So we're working on a skeleton budget, but we hope that those entities are very successful.
And then I think this goes back to the original comment again. You have all of these competing companies on KMAN, small as we are, but they're coming together, sponsoring all these different bands to make this a success.
Yeah.
And without them, it's not possible. And they are definitely going to see that their sponsorship is going to go a long way, and they're going to benefit from it. And we hope to continue with these partnerships for
thanks to all of the media companies. We're here at 89.9 with you guys today. We have Star being the main sponsor of Renegade Mass. We have Hurley's Media really taking the horns with Icons and the Bill Fish tournament. There are so many entities that help push this forward, and it is so nice to see the community come together and make something great.
What would you like to leave with our listening audience this morning? What would you like them to take away?
Safety. We are keen to get down the road safely this year. We want to not overemphasize a reveler-spectator relationship. We really want to make sure our revelers have the best possible time, and we're guarding that tightly by, marshalling and policing the spectators into their position. We do not want people walking down the road with coolers. Definitely no glassware. Safety is key. No hanging off the trucks. And just be careful, Designate your drivers. Do not drink and drive. All of those safety messages are key to the fun of this, because if we come out of this in half, it's not a fun time. We want to come out of this in whole, and we'll be rough on Tuesday morning, but I think that's okay.
And most of all, just have fun. This is a weekend of fun and revelry and camaraderie and just everybody coming together and just being one group of people having live fun time for the next 4 days together, regardless of where you come from, regardless of what your social status is, regardless of your income, your paycheck. From Thursday to Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock when you got to go to work. We are just one group of people having fun together.
Yeah, Caymanians, tourists, residents, the whole thing. It's one big melting pot. We're going to have a good time, and everyone is on the road as well.
There we go. We've been speaking with Mr. Wayne Colonel, Director, and Jermaine Sharp, board member of Swanky, telling us more about this weekend's K-Mass Carnival 2019 and everything the leading up to it, including the wind down. Gentlemen, I want to wish you all success, and again, looking forward to great things for the Even Collab next year, 2020.
We're very hopeful, yeah.
Yes.
Unification is very exciting, and we can't wait to see what's going to happen next year. It's going to be a great year.
Imagine having this with 20 bands going down the road at the same time. It would be epic on all fronts.
There we go.
Looking at 5,000 people on the road, that's going to be something to see.
Gentlemen, again, it's a pleasure, and all success to you and your group.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Radio Cayman's Business Buzz is brought to you every Tuesday and Thursday from 7:30 until approximately 9 a.m. It's proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211, and also by Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. I want to thank our producer, Susan, who's also manning the boards, and to you, our loyal listeners and supporters. Until Thursday, have a safe and fabulous Tuesday.
Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Always be prepared and ensure your family is provided for. Cayman Insurance Center specializes in life, property, motor, health, and liability at the most competitive premiums and affordable rates on island. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 for life insurance, or Denise Brown at 814-7229 for property insurance. Call them today for all your insurance needs.
Hello, I'm Joseph Woods, the Acting Port Director. Our port facility is the hub of the Cayman Islands commerce and economic activity, handling $658 million in imported goods annually. From groceries to construction materials, all sectors of our economy depend on the port. But it is now 40 years old. Its infrastructure is degrading, and we feel the strain from insufficient space for both cargo and cruise operations. The time is now. A new expanded port facility is needed to allow both cargo and cruise to operate efficiently and to support our island's continued growth and development. Support the port, support our tourism, support Cayman's continued growth and development.
Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by insurance agents Michael Webster and Denise Brown from Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in life and property insurance. Don't take chances with your family's future.
Shaken yet standing firm.
I was not built to break.
This is Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.